I think I can work around these names. Make it Romans. $15 and 4 is what I want, but we'll get 15 and 1.
Yes, sir.
Romans 15 and 1. Listen.
We then that are strong ought to bear the infirmities of the weak.
And do what?
Not to please ourselves.
For what happened?
Let every one of us please his neighbor for his ta'ub to edification.
See, that is good for edifying. That's something we lack too. Having that real sincere care for how we should look after one another. A lot of times we've done things and we've made it about ourselves individually, but when we come back to the restrictions of the Dabarim, it lets us know that every one of us should try to look out for the welfare of one another. This is good for edifying. We're not trying to just edify ourselves. We got to work as a body. What we learn from the Dabarim, we actually have a parallel or we have an example from your body. Every component in your body works together. That's how you get a completion. When something stops working or is taken away, then you're going to have a defect. Y'all got me? When you lose sight, there's going to be a defect. You lost a major component. Now, there are other parts of your body that'll kick in, and they'll become strengthened because they realize we've lost some. So we got to learn how to strengthen and come together and make our ears our eyes. If you lost the ability to walk, your arms would immediately increase in strength. They look at, we got to make up for what the legs can't do. Y'all know that? That's how the body works. It learns to edify. In order for us to still get the task at hand completed, then the rest of us got to know how to bond together in order to strengthen the body. Y'all got me? Well, that's the same thing we have to learn how to do. Whenever you guys are operating outside of the restrictions of the Dabarim, you wind up crippling us. You wind up hindering us. Which means the rest of us had to learn how to kick in and try to make up for that lack. Y'all got me? Let's look at something. Ephesians chapter 4 and verse 1. Ephesians chapter 4 and verse 1. Listen.
I, therefore, the prisoner of the Adonai, beseech you that you walk worthy of the vocation wherewith ye are called.
Listen what happened.
With all lowliness and meekness, with long suffering, forbearing one another in love.
Y'all hear what he told you to do? Now, what we read in the book of Romans 15 and 1, he talked about we that are strong ought to bear the infirmities of the weak and not to please ourselves. He told you for even the Mashiach didn't do it. So we go to a whole nother letter that he wrote to those in Ephesus. He told them something similar, him being a prisoner, somebody captive, something kept. A prisoner doesn't have the ability to do what they want to do. If you're arrested, if you're incarcerated, I couldn't have sex with another inmate, whether it's the opposite sex or the same sex. I lost that right because I'm a prisoner. I don't have the right to open up the gate and walk out when I get ready. I could be killed. I don't have that right. All my rights belong to the state. I became property and ward of the state. If I got sick, I can't call my private doctor and ask him, can he come and see me? They're going to take me to somebody that works under their operation. Huh? Are y'all all right? Yes, well, the same thing happens with us now. You became a prisoner of Elohim, which means you lost that right. You've given up that right to take care of your own self, your own work, your own ideas, your own ability. And that's what some of us hadn't done. You're not actually a prisoner. You're still free to roam and to go and still to do. And you don't realize this becomes a transgression for us. So we start looking at what he's telling us, we got to start to consider. Listen.
Endeavoring to keep the unity of the Ruach.
What is endeavoring? That's what we got to do. We got to attempt to keep the, what was it?
to keep the unity of the Ruach
In what?
in the bond of Shalom.
You know what bonds will do? Something hold something together. That's what we're working to do, hold this thing together. Because we start listening to people confess, we can see where the split's at. So what we got to do, we got to attempt to try to bond this thing back together. How your body's set up, if I cut any one of y'all, what's going to happen? How? What speed? Depend on the cut. It could be a major pouring out. And the reason why it started pumping, because it's actually trying to fill that void. It ain't pouring out because it's trying to empty. It's actually trying to plug that hole. What it's hoping to do is to shoot so much blood to that wounded area that it'll plug that hole up, that it'll stop the losses. That's how your body works. What are we doing? We got to learn how to operate just like a body, and that's what we haven't been doing. It's just a matter of time before that man come back here and catch us, and we're going to find we in violation. A lot of the violation you guys got up and you confess that you've been doing, there are other things you've been doing. One thing, all these things you've been doing stem from something else. A lot of it comes from your lack of faith, your lack of belief for the Dabarim. That's what we got to change and learn how we got to operate. Although we work to save ourselves, in doing that, it still winds up connecting us. And me being concerned about me is going to make me love and treat you right. That's how I'm going to save me. Y'all got me? He told Timothy about, in his responsibility he gave him as a minister. He said, in so doing, who he was going to save? He said, not only the hearers, but you're going to save yourself. So if you got any concern, that's why the book teaches about loving ourselves and caring for ourselves. When you go through and read our law and it start to give you the restrictions of how we should do, our commandments are broken down in 10 factions. 5 we told you before, for Elohim. 5 are for us. The first 5 you're going to find are going to be the commandments concerning him. The second 5 you're going to find are going to be the ones concerning us. What the others he's going to tell you to do don't work when you don't love and care for yourself. Y'all got me? So then it teaches us how to operate as a body. Because it comes down about the things you shouldn't do to your neighbor. And the only thing going to keep you from doing anything to your neighbor is because you love yourself. And then we told you, and how you know he's going to tell you that, he said, I want you to love your neighbor just like you love your own self. Anything you don't want people to do to you, don't you do it to them. Anything, and that's going to cover it. That's going to cover the fire. If you love him with all your heart, with all your mind, all your soul, and all your strength, guess what? There's no way you're going to break them first 5. Then love your neighbor just like you love yourself. There's no way I'm going to come up in the transgression. So the whole thing comes down to love. Everything that he's given us, those 10 commandments get broken all the time. And the reason why they get broken, because there's no love and there's no fear. Y'all got it? It's got to be a fear. Even when couples, when people love one another, then there becomes a fear. I don't want to do nothing to lose you. I don't want to do nothing and cause this relationship to get broken up. Well, he wants you to have that same love for him. So he asks you to do some things. And by you doing it, you strengthen the relationship. He said, if you love me, what you supposed to do? Keep my commandments. You being called and you coming, this is just all a part of the test to see whether or not you love him. He come in to prove us. A lot of times you guys keep looking for something miraculous to happen. Well, what's miraculous that happened and you don't see it is the fact you obeyed. A lot of people were called and told to come. They didn't come. You know why? Because it don't care. There's no care for them. There's no love. There's no fear. They're not worried about it. I don't even look at where the sun come out. Then nothing really happened. Something did happen. Your obedience was proved out. That's all you did, prove your obedience. These people don't consider it, and they're supposed to be like this. This was a test. This was to set people up and see these people say, see, it wasn't nothing. I shouldn't even be worried about it. This is nothing. This is how you're going to get them. It's going to be a snare. It's got to be a snare. Let's look at a couple of things. Yeah, Matayahu. (24 and 1). Well, we'll just read down a look. Oh, we ain't going to talk too long. Let's talk with y'all a little bit. Let's just look. Matayahu 24 and 1. Listen.
And Yahusha went out and departed from the temple, and his Methodist came to him for to shew him the buildings of the temple.
What happened?
Yahusha said unto them, See ye not all these things? Amen, I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down.
And what happened?
As he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the Methodist came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the ought of thy coming, and of the end of the Arats?
What happened?
Yahusha answered and said unto them, Take heed that no ish deceive you.
What happened?
For many shall come in my name, saying, I am the Mashiach, and shall deceive many.
Yes.
And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass.
Yes.
But the end is not yet.
What happened?
For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom.
You know what happened in Venezuela? Anybody know what happened in all these different countries? Who they fighting in Venezuela? Who? Each other. Who these protesters on the street fighting? The Islamic terrorists? It's been one thing to see these terrorists doing what they're doing, but if you start watching a lot of these countries, this is infighting. We right back to what he told. He said these nations are going to rise up against nations. These people rising right up against each other. All this stuff doing just what he told them they're going to do. Come on, listen.
And there shall be famines and pestilences and arid quakes in divers places.
Yeah.
All these are the beginning of sorrows.
Yeah. And we don't have none of this yet. We don't have no earthquakes in divers places, different places. We don't have no famines. We got plenty of famines going on. Oh, what you got? Look at the book of Amos, 8 and 10, 8 and 11. Amos 8 and 11. Listen.
Behold, the Yamim come, saith Yahuwah Elohim, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for Ma'im,
But for what?
but of hearing the Dabarim of Yahuwah.
And what's going to happen?
And they shall wander from sea to sea,
Yeah.
and from the north even to the east.
Doing what?
They shall run to and fro to seek the Dabar of Yahuwah,
And what's going to happen?
and shall not find it.
Let me ask you a question. Why the Palms, I wonder why they had to drive all the way down here from South Carolina? Where did you drive from originally, Akib Martinez? Southwest? St. Lucia? He drove from an island? Oh, St. Louis. When he talked about these famines that we're going to look and we're going to start experiencing, a lot of these famines going to be because of the debacle. Oh, he know people smart enough to start catching when stuff come up short, when they come down to the eating and drinking. Well, we know he couldn't have told you about that. Let's say that the 25th chapter, book of Matthew. We're going to still hold what you got. Say that. Is that 25 I want? Was it 25, 35? Listen, is it 25, 35 what I want? 37 should have told her as it was in the days of Noah. What verse I want? What verse? It's been the 25th chapter, book of Matthew. 27. 27. 37. Okay, 25, 37. 37. 24 and 37. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, 24 and 37. Make it 35. Listen.
Shamayim and Arats shall pass away, but my Dabarim shall not pass away.
Listen what happened.
But of that day and hour knoweth no Ish.
How much you got? Good a minute, that pen ain't working. Of that day and hour Noah?
No Ish.
Yes.
No, not the Malachi of Shamayim, but my Abba only.
Listen.
But as the Yamim of Nuach were, so shall also the coming of the Ben of Ish be.
Listen what he told you.
For as in the Yamim that were before the flood,
See what happened? As in the days that were before the flood. Listen what happened.
they were eating and drinking.
Hold what you got. 24. And what verse that was you left out, Brandon? I know they're in the same book. What happened?
For as in the Yamim that were before the flood,
So
they
I
were
want 24 and 5. You know what you got. Listen. Matthew chapter 24, verse 5. Listen.
For many shall come in my name, saying, I am the Mashiach, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
What happened?
For nation shall rise against nation,
For who?
nation shall rise against nation,
And what happened?
Basilia against Basilia,
Listen.
and there shall be famines and pestilences and all its quakes.
He said we're going to be famines. Scarcity and shortage. At verse 35. Listen.
Shamayim and Arats shall pass away,
And what happened?
but my Dabarim shall not pass away.
Listen.
But of that Yum and hour knoweth no Ish, no, not the Malachi of Shamayim, but my Abba only.
What happened?
But as the Yamim of Nuach were, so shall also the coming of the Ben of Ish be.
Listen what happened.
For as in the Yamim that were before the flood,
Now, he just told you before our rich wound up being destroyed. In the days coming up to it being destroyed, what were they doing?
they were eating and drinking.
So what happened to the famine? What happened to the famine? I'm confused. He just told you it was going to be a famine. I told you people not skilled. He know they smart enough to put, don't y'all know these crackers done bought food and water? If some of y'all been paying attention, they told everybody before this happened to stack up on water. They could, listen, they ordered certain states that they told in county they were going to be in the definite dark for them to go ahead and make sure they get a supply of food and water. They got places you can call, they can give you 10 years worth of food for free. That's how they get you not to think and not to have a teacher. But see, here we listen to our law. He told you, but there are some days that's coming. I'm going to put a famine in the land. It's not going to be a famine of bread, nor was it going to be a thirst for water. These people got so much bottled water stacked, they've been ridiculous. But you know what they ain't got stacked up? Somebody give them some teaching. And they're going to wander. That's what people did for food. Why did we go into Mizraim? What we were doing? We were wandering. We went into Mizraim to get food. It forced us to go and get food. But if famine going to cause you to come and do something too. See, as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it also be in the, what was it again?
In the Ben of Ish. For as in the Yamim that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking.
You're going to get me 2 Kings 15 and 1, Brandon. As in the day that were before the flood, tell them what happened.
For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking.
And what else were they doing?
Marrying and giving in marriage.
Until what happened?
The Yum that Nuach entered into the ark,
And what happened?
and knew not until the flood came,
And what happened?
took them all away.
That's what I'm talking about. 2 Kings 15:1. Beth Malachim 15:1. Listen.
In the 27th year of Jeroboam, Malach of Yasharal, began Azariah, ben of Amaziah, Malach of Yehuda, to reign. 16 years old was he when he began to reign, and he reigned 52 years in Jerusalem. And his mother's name was Jechaliah of Jerusalem. And he did that which was right in the sight of Yahuwah, according to all that his Abba Amaziah had done, save that the high places were not removed. The people sacrificed and burned incense still on the high places. And Yahuwah smote the Malach, so that he was a leper unto the yom of his death.
Oh, I think I want see if it's Beth Dabari Hayamim, 2 Chronicles 15:1. See that's what I want. Ha Yamin. Listen.
And the Ruach of Elohim came upon Azariah, the ben of Oded.
Yeah.
And he went out to meet Asa, and said unto him, Hear ye me, Asa, and all Yehuda and Benjamin.
What happened?
Yahuwah is with you, while ye be with him.
Y'all hear that? Listen.
And if ye seek him, he will be found of you. But if ye forsake him, he will forsake you.
And
Now-
listen what happened.
Now for a long season,
And now for what now?
a long season,
How long was this again?
a long season,
What happened?
Yasharal hath been without the true Elohim,
And what happened?
and without a teaching Kahan,
And what happened?
and without law.
So what did it have just now? This was a famine. That meant there was a famine in the land. It was not a bread of thirst, but it was of hearing the Dabarim. Listen.
But when they, in their trouble, did turn unto Yahuwah Elohim of Yasharal,
What happened?
and sought him, he was found of them.
Listen.
And in those times there was no shalom to him that went out,
See that? They ain't had no peace to nobody that went out. What happened?
nor to him that came in.
So even to those that came in, what happened?
But great vexations were upon all the inhabitants of the countries.
And so you hearing what's going to happen. When we read the 24th chapter of the book of Matthiyahu, you should have went back and looked at your law. Huh? When you should have went back and looked at your law. When that famine came up, it started letting you know how all these different things going to come out, these pestilence and all these things were going to come up on us. Y'all all right? I don't know if y'all really paying attention to it, or y'all really concerned. Because y'all ain't seeing it dark out there like you want to see it. It's already been dark. Y'all just missed it. Yes, Yahoo 9:1. And you go back to that 24th chapter of the book of Matthiyahu. Matthiyahu 24. Give me about verse 25. We'll read down. See what that say. Listen.
Verse 25.
Yeah, 24 and 25. Hold that for me. Listen. Yeshayahu chapter 9 and verse 1. Listen.
Nevertheless, the dimness shall not be such as was in her vexation.
You see that? That's the reason why not dark is supposed to be out there for us. He told us it wasn't going to be dark as it was before. Listen.
When at the first he lightly afflicted the land of Zebulun and the land of Naphtali, and afterward did more grievously afflict her by the way of the sea,
What happened? Go ahead.
beyond Jordan in Galilee of the nations.
Yeah.
The people that walked in Kashak,
Did what?
seen a great aura.
And listen what happened.
They that dwell in the land of the shadow of death,
What happened?
upon them have the aura shined.
Now, you know what you look at and you consider with that? When you look at that place of where we're at right now, You look at the destruction and everything that go on in their place and how rotten their place is. There's a reason why it light on us and it dark on them. That's the exact reason why. The same way it happened before when it came down in Mizraim. One side was dark and the other side was light. And when he actually told them, and nevertheless, he told them the place that were already in darkness, it didn't make sense to make it no darker. It didn't make sense to make it no darker for us. So he let them know, I'm not going to make it as dark as it was at the first time it been for you. Then he let us know what happened. When he let us know about the light springing up, only one way that could have happened. Let's see the 4th chapter of the book of Ephesians, 4 and 8. Listen.
Wherefore he saith, when he ascended up on high, he led captivity captive.
Wherefore he said,
when he ascended up on high,
listen what happened.
He led captivity captive.
And did what?
And gave gifts unto Anus.
And listen what happened.
Now that he ascended,
listen
what
he
is
did.
it?
Now that what now?
Now that he ascended.
And you remember the door that sat in the region of shadow of death. What was again, y'all remember? What did it do? What is it that he first ascended?
Now that he ascended.
Which means he went up. What happened?
What is it but that he also descended first into the lower parts of the Arad?
That's the only way it's going to make sense for something to spring up. It had to come down first. That's the only way it makes sense to us. Let's see what happened on him. At the book of Matthew, chapter 25. 24, I'm sorry. Matthew, chapter 24, verse 25. Listen.
Behold, I have told you before, wherefore, if they shall say unto you, behold, he is in the desert, go not forth. Behold, he is in the secret chambers, believe it not. For as the lightning cometh out of the east, and shineth even unto the west,
what happened?
So shall also the coming of the Ben of Ish be.
What happened?
For wheresoever the carcass is,
I can't imagine what happened. What happened now?
For wheresoever the carcass is,
tell them what happened, son.
There will the eagles be gathered together.
Which he talking about buzzards, right? You don't know what buzzards home in to do. Who know? To do what? And they home in to eat. Well, if he going to put a famine in the land, what's it going to cause you to have to do? You're going to get hungry. You got to go where you got to get fed at then, don't you? You're supposed to know how to home in to go where you got to get fed at. See, that little natural little thing we had today that happened and caused everybody to come in, this was a test. This really was a test. I want to see how well you guys worked at it as well. Back me up about that 14, 15 verse of that same book. Let's see what happened. 24 and about 15. Listen.
When ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the Nabah,
what happened?
Stand in the Kudash place.
Listen.
Whoso readeth, let him understand.
Listen.
Then let them which be in Yehuda flee into the mountains. Let him which is on the housetop not come down to take anything out of his beth.
Let me tell y'all something. When we all left, someone came from our house to come here, didn't we? What y'all guys got to start learning how to do, and I know some of y'all didn't, you want to get cute. That's why I told y'all don't worry about dressing up. If it come down on us, and it's going to come, you're going to have to flee. You don't have time to put on no suits and no dress shoes and nothing else. You got to get yourself in a readiness and a preparedness. You just heard in your book. If everything would have broke off and you were gone, how many of y'all left some valuable things that you should have got and taken with you? You got to learn how to break yourself down enough that you got to be able to move in an instant. You got to learn how to be able to move in an instant. Some of y'all played around, waited around, y'all ironing and messing around, let me finish washing some clothes and doing. When it comes time like that man trying to tell in that book, I know y'all don't believe it, though. I know y'all don't believe it because you don't care. We're going to wind up fleeing. You're going to wind up leaving something. So if I'm on the housetop, he told me not to come down. If I left my house, he told me not to go back. That means I need to already have my necessary things. You need to already have what you need so you can go. How these people going to get you, you got stuff you love, and that's where you're going to mess up at. A lot of y'all ain't nothing but a bunch of blunders. Y'all all right? Y'all don't believe that, do you? I know y'all not really ready. Y'all saw Mike, he was late. He thought it would have been 12 midnight. This was just actual, this was a test. Had there been an actual emergency, you'd have been outside. Because it would have been down, it would have been dark. There's no way you'd have got in. And a lot of us don't consider it's going to happen to a whole lot of us the same way. Some of us got some family members, got some wife, got some husband, got some children. That's on the outside. But when this thing come down, you got to get ready to go. You got to make up your mind where your heart at. Your heart can't be inside these people you got. It got to be about saving yourself. If I'm on my housetop, I'm looking at, my goodness, I need to try to run in and try to grab something so I can go. He said, don't try to come out the housetop to try to go get it. On top of our house with battlements, you're going to be too busy fighting. They're going to use this stuff against you. That's how you're going to wind up turning back. They already know where your heart at. Y'all don't think, let me tell you something. Y'all not reading no book these crackers ain't already got and they done mastered before they gave it to you. You don't give a nigga nothing until you learn and you master it. Then I let you get it. Ain't none of these games you go get, you read no rules to that cracker ain't mastered before he gave it to you. For an Asian, anybody got a Rubik's Cube and start turning, put all the color, I made sure I could do it first. When I gave you that book, I made sure I understood enough, I know how to trap you up. And every one of you that's in here, you got too much love, too much stuff in this stuff, your name is Belinda. That is your name. The truth of the matter is, man, look at him. What you think these people going to use against us to make us come back? Our kids, our wives, our husbands, our money, our things. That's why he told you in the 9th chapter of the book of Ariel. They call it Luke. 9:27. Listen.
But I tell you of a truth, there be some standing here which shall not taste of death till they see the kingdom of Elohim.
What you reading? You're in the 24th chapter still, right?
You said Luke 9:27? Am I right?
Oh, 23. 9:23, Ariel. Ariel. Then we're going to come back to Matayahu. Listen.
Verse 23.
Yes.
And he said to them all, if any east will come after me, let him deny himself.
Let him do what?
Let him deny himself.
And do what?
And take up his cross daily and follow me.
Listen why?
For whosoever will save his life shall lose it. But whosoever will lose his life for my sake, the same shall save it.
Y'all hear what happened? Whosoever shall lose his life for my sake shall do what?
The same shall save it.
Listen.
For what is a man advantage
if he do what?
If he gain the whole Arats and lose himself?
What is it? What is your advantage if you become the definition to the name Belinda? And you wind up losing yourself. If you just look at the definition, that's the key that definition came up for that name. You did not hear it talk about the defending of itself. It talked about the name and the definition name talked about it setting itself out for the world and defending and fighting for the world. All of us in here guilty of it. Everybody as a whole. As a whole, you are Belinda. That is your name. Just being honest with you. Because you hear what he told you they'll do? You'll sell your soul out. You'll become a serpent. You will sell your soul out to defend and fight for things that don't even care nothing about you. Things that are out of your control in the first place. So he come along and want to tell you this stuff because he's trying to teach you. If you're going to war, there are certain things you can't do. 2 Timothy 2:2. I'm going to show you why it's dangerous to be a Belinda. The definition. This is for everybody in here now. I know what some of y'all thinking. I'm glad they ain't my name. Your name Mud. Listen. 2 Timothy 2:1. Now you heard what Yahushua told you now about you coming and fight. And he said to them all, if any man gonna follow me, he will have to deny himself daily. Every day he's going to have to go through everything he's got. He's got to do an assessment daily. And he's going to have to look at what he got to follow me. He wants you to already know about it. If you try to seek now to save your life by doing what these people tell you, you're going to lose it. But if you lose your life for my sake, I say you can pick it up again. Now I'm telling you mathematically how this makes sense. What is your advantage, your superiority position, if you got all the riches, if you had all your family members, had all your stuff together, and you wind up dying and you went to hell? What's your profit if you gain this whole world and lose your soul? Let's see what he told us. 2:1. Listen.
Thou therefore, my Ben,
What happened?
be strong in the grace that is in the Mashiach Yahushua.
That's what he told you. The other one got me the book of Barashit 19:1. Listen.
And the things that thou hast heard of me among many witnesses, the same commit thou to faithful Anus, who shall be able to teach others also.
What happened?
Thou therefore endure hardness as a Taub soldier.
You see that? You gotta be able to take some stuff. You're gonna be a good soldier. People that they typically decorate, not whites, or whites they'll get them certificates and a lot of accommodation. They hadn't actually done it. But a true good soldier, they're gonna give it to them because you usually do stuff that's above what others will do. That's what he told dude. There's a lot of people that are professing, claiming, but they ain't gonna give up nothing. They're not gonna actually be dedicated. And what's gonna prove whether or not, usually you're gonna get a lot of your awards and your accommodation during combat. Because you did something that somebody else, a lot of average person wouldn't do. There's some soldiers that'll do some stuff, but what you did, you typically outsell them. You typically excel them all. Y'all got me? Kind of like the virtuous woman. That's the same thing we're looking at when they come down to us. You got to be able to show your birth. There's some people ain't going to do it. There's some people won't worry about it. I knew one thing going to happen. I knew. Same thing he told Una when he told him to go to the city and cry to Nineveh. In 40 days, Yahuwah was going to destroy Nineveh. Did he destroy it? But he sure made Jonah pay for not going, didn't he? It's a matter of you being obedient. It's a matter of your faith whether you be obedient or not. See, Yahuwah proved up whether or not we love him. If you love him, some people love stuff, so they stay with stuff. I can't afford to miss no time. I guarantee if you die, you're going to miss more time than what you're going to miss being here today. Huh? There's a whole lot of things he can take from you. You'll miss time for the rest of your life because your life will be over. At some point, we got to show some sacrifice by showing our obedience. That's why we falter every time. Listen.
Of Yahushua HaMashiach,
Listen.
no ish that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who hath chosen him to be a soldier.
You know what happened if y'all were warring in him? You ain't got no time to masturbate. You ain't got no time to lie. A lot of stuff that y'all pulling here, y'all done. Putting on somebody's uniform. You know, I got some ex-soldiers in here. I got in. What's the Geneva Convention? What's the charge if they catch you with the other people's uniform on? That's punishable. That's a direct defense. I can't fight no Iraqis and put on no Iraqi uniform. I can't then try to say what I did. See, I infiltrated and came in. You're not striving for mastery lawfully. You got to keep your uniform on when you fight. You know how many times y'all come up, the only reason y'all find this stuff up in the natural, to you it makes sense. If I'm trying to get them, it makes sense. Let me show you an example how it works. Here go Leon. Come on, Leon. You stand up here. He in the bar drinking. I'm going to come in, and I'm going to get me a beer too. And I ain't going to be really drunk. I'm just going to be sipping. I can try to come in and try to win him for Christ. Problem is, I look just like him. The offense I'm trying to save him from look like I'm guilty of it too. Problem is, I got this Iraqi uniform. When somebody else comes that's in a uniform that comes to fight an Iraqi, gonna shoot me because I look like an Iraqi. That's another reason why they don't want you to put it on. Because when I'm coming to fight, I see you, you look like them. So now you got to look at the importance of why you got to maintain good works. And y'all don't consider that. Everything he told you to do, the world got similar rules to it. Showing you can't do that because it's going to wind up hurting you in the end. So there are things y'all guys all got to consider. I'm warning warfare, ain't got time for no porn. I guarantee when nobody getting shot at and bullet around here, they thinking, I need to look at me some porn right now. Man, if I can see me a little slits, couple of titties. They think about, I'm trying to get back home. I'm not trying to come up dead. I got to get back home to the people I love and the people that love me. Well, that's what y'all got to do when y'all down here. We got to try to get back to where the people that really love us. That's Yahuwah. But y'all sitting here fighting the war, and y'all don't even fighting it lawfully. If you're going to fight, it's certain stuff you can't entangle yourself with. So when he told you in the 9th chapter of the book of y'all about if any man will come after me, he got to deny himself, he was trying to teach you how to fight. Anything you got to love for, they're going to use that against you. That's why y'all wind up faltering. That's why you wind up messing up. If I know you got a love for these music, what you think I'm going to do? I'm going to make more artists. They're going to produce more than music. I'm going to put more of the songs on to kind of drive you off because I'm trying to get, this is a part of tactics. That's amazing. How many of y'all remember David Koresh in Waco, Texas? When they had them inside that building, who know they played for them? Music. That's what these people do. These people won't fight fair. What you ain't supposed to do, they'll put on a uniform like you to come in and deceive you. They'll disguise themselves to look like you and come in and deceive you. But because of your teaching and what you've been given, the book says if it were possible, you ain't going to believe what happened. A lot of y'all don't deceive me. I already see you. It's hard for you to do it. So it ain't in your heart. They become strenuous to you. It's a hard struggle. I just can't get it right because this ain't what I'm trying to do. The first thing you got to do, you got to put your resistance down to try to live. Y'all got a resistance up against living. And you willing to lay down and die. You thinking you trying to live because you're trying to do the stuff wrong. And you think you're going to save yourself. He done told you just as good as dead. You just as good as dead thinking you're going to save yourself. And you're going to be a soldier. You're going to have to trust what the commander told you. People put their lives in people's hands all the time out here with no real training. Soldiers go to warfare at the command of somebody who ain't never seen combat before. The people that train them and have never even been to combat. Explain to me how they're supposed to work. I'm telling you, get out here. Have you ever been in combat? No, but I read books. How you think I got these balls? Because your lips been on somebody behind. Well, Yahushua done been to combat. He done saw how these people are fight. That's why he teaches us how you got to think and how you got to operate. Anything you love, they're going to use it against you. I'm telling you, that's how y'all mess up. You're going to have to wait and forsake everything you got because they're going. She might just hypothetical. If I grabbed that child and I ran out with a child, who knows what she's going to do? What's her instinct? Scream, yeah. Come get it. Come get it. Now, y'all know these people got something against us. Y'all don't think these people already set us up. Your book tried to warn you. Y'all just don't pay attention. These people know how to get us. Yes, that's a right instinct to care and want your child. But when you're looking at how they're going to play you and how they're going to use you, they're going to pull your child out with the world. And you got to come out here in the world and come get them. And before you know you got here, you ain't going to believe where you at while you out here trying to get them. You're in the world. These people smart. Your natural instinct, if I grab one of y'all kids, if you love them now, is to try to come and try to fight and fend me off and try to get them and try to bring them back. Well, what if I got something going on and they pull them out here? Come get them. Come on, keep coming. Next thing you know, you out here with them. See, these people, they know how to play us. They real smart. They real smart. Hold on, get that 24th chapter book of Matthew. He left out what, 24:16? I'm going to get ready to let y'all go shortly. I just want you to consider some things you hadn't considered. Listen.
Verse 18.
At verse 18, 24 and 18, listen.
Neither let him which is in the field return back to take his clothes.
Come on, Brandon. I got some shoes in my closet I ain't never even worn. Anybody got any stuff they ain't never worn before that they say they want to wear? You finna sit him and you finna tell me you ain't finna go back and get that. It still got to tell you at least take it back and get some money off of it. See, where these people done got us at? When slaves escaped, you know what they didn't escape with? Luggage. Go find out how much luggage they had. How many of them had crates, and how many of them had safes they were dragging. They got us inclusive in with them to where you got too much stuff to leave. Listen, what a slave gonna run with, they can throw it on their back. You gotta roll out tonight. How long gonna take to catch me? I'm dragging some big luggage. I got Louis Vuitton. I can't let it get wet. This junk can't get no scuffs on it because I just bought it. I got on some shoes. They so clean. I spent all that money. I can't go through that mess and mess up these shoes. That's what they've been playing on. Y'all think white people worry about y'all going somewhere? Boy, niggas anchor down in their place. And we done bought so much stuff. We got so much stuff. You can't move in no instant. There's no way possible. We entangled ourselves to too much stuff. And that's what he tried to tell us. Had we all been mindful and realized you were warring, that's a lot of stuff you realize, I can't get it. Yeah. Y'all know we stripped out the rings or stripped out the bracelet for that him. Because what happened, you start getting, it become part of your wardrobe, your wear. And you don't have it, you don't believe what happened, you naked. And you don't know what I need to do. I didn't turn around before because I left my watch at home. I saw, goodness, I left my watch. I need to go back home and get it. He knew I would. I'm human. He know I'm going to forget it. He know I'm going to go back and get it. See, the whole time, people been playing us the whole time we've been here. Yeah. Just like them phones you got. I don't care how far you get. You mess around and leave that phone. Somebody like, goodness, you be so mad. I got to go back. But you got to get it. Because you know what happened? You don't know who might call. It might be your kids might call. You might be an emergency. They done got us so trapped with stuff that you got to keep, you got to get. You really can't fight. Let's finish this what he said. Listen.
And woe unto them that are with child.
What you say again?
Woe unto them that are with child.
And what?
And to them that give suck in those days.
A breastfeeding mother. Why? Tell me why, Brandon.
But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter.
What happened?
Neither on the Shabbat Yom.
What happened?
For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the Arats.
And then just one more time it's supposed to happen too, right?
To this time, no, nor ever shall be.
Man, I've been watching y'all long enough. I got your times. I got your dates. And I know what you love. What a mother do for her child. I know what you'll do. And that's how I'm going to get a whole lot of us. That's how you're going to get us. See, when you start looking at battling, this is going to be rough. Hold you got that 19th chapter book of Matthias. Y'all don't like this, do you? Let's just look at a couple of things. That's all I want y'all to consider. Someone went here today and went, they got to be at work. And you know what? He loves it. This man been watching it the whole time. You think he ain't been watching us? Come on. You think that man ain't been watching y'all? You know where you're going to be at. Because after he cooks, you still got to eat. He want to see if he can drag you just far enough and keep you far enough that you don't consider. See, he gave us all this for signs and for seasons, for days, for months, and then for years. Which means we got to be watching. Listen.
Verse 17.
Listen.
And he said unto him, why callest thou me Taub? There is none Taub but one, that is Elohim. But if thou wilt enter into life,
listen what he told him to do.
Keep the commandments.
Keep the commandments.
He saith unto him, which?
That's us. Nobody better not run up on y'all talking about no commandment, no law. Y'all go to where y'all. Everybody know where y'all. Oh, Smith. Yeah, he be teaching. Smith good. And you'll get him every time. They know you'll get him on that. What do you want to know?
Which?
Which ones you talking about? Go ahead.
Yahusha said, thou shalt do no murder.
Yeah.
Thou shalt not commit adultery.
Yeah.
Thou shalt not steal.
Yeah.
Thou shalt not bear false witness.
Yeah.
Honor thy Abba and thy mater.
Yeah.
And thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Uh-oh. What happened?
The young Ish saith unto him,
what did he tell him?
All these things have I kept from my youth up.
And what you want to know now?
what lack I yet?
What keep me from being a complete fighter, a soldier? Huh? Or that endure hardness? Let's see what it was.
Yahushua said unto him,
What did he say to him?
If thou wilt be perfect,
If you want to be a real good soldier.
go and sell that thou hast,
And do what?
give to the poor,
What happened?
and thou shalt have treasure in Shamayim, and come and follow me.
Listen.
But when the young Ish heard that saying,
He went immediately and started following.
he went away sorrowful,
Why?
for he had great possessions.
You know what he looked at? I ain't finna lose my shit out here fooling around that broke joker. I'm not gonna give up what I got on no promise of getting nothing else later. I got mine now. Come on.
Then said Yahushua unto his Methodist,
What did he tell him?
Aman, I say unto you,
Yeah.
that a rich Ish shall hardly enter into the kingdom of Shamayim.
Y'all hear that? That's why you want to know. So what profit you if you gain the whole world and lose your soul? If your money and your riches can't save you, what's the profit you trying to gain this whole world? So you can have it? So you can flaunt it? So you can show it off? Or you going to have it so you can help others? Or you going to do like we start off? We then that are rich ought to try to help the poor. I'm sorry, we then that are strong ought to bear the infirmities of the weak. And not to please ourselves. What good if you got all this stuff? Unlike a lot of people do, I get money and I want money. You know why I want it and why I get it? Come and be ready to help somebody. That's what Shaul taught us in the 6th chapter of the book of Timothy. Charge them that are rich, that they be not high-minded, ready to distribute, ready to communicate, willing to distribute, ready to communicate. Sometimes people get money and get things, they get above people. They say you got to be willing to communicate. Not only that, you got to be ready to distribute. In no way Yahuwah gave you nothing for you to keep and for you to have by yourself. Anybody tell you that, they're a fool. Cut them loose. You're a danger and a fool. Come on, finish up in that 19th chapter of Yahuwah.
And again I say unto you, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle
Then for what?
a rich Ish to enter into the basilia of Elohim.
Listen.
When his Methodist heard it,
What did they say?
they were exceedingly amazed, saying, who then can be saved?
That's what they want to know. The man been keeping the law. He been keeping the law. Who then can be saved? What happened, son?
But Yahushua beheld them and said unto them, with a noose this is impossible.
You see that? Carnal man, it's impossible. But what happened?
With Elohim
All.
things are possible.
What happened?
Then answered Cuff and said unto him, behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore?
What happened?
Yahushua said unto them, Aman, I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Ben of Ish shall sit in the throne of his glory.
You see that? When he come and put back, reestablish. That's what we count genealogies, generation. He said in the regeneration. When he come back and he put back and restore. What happened?
Ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones,
Doing what?
judging the 12 tribes of Yasharal.
And what happened?
Every one that hath forsaken Beth,
Forsaken houses,
or Aki,
or your brothers,
or Akuth,
or your sisters,
or Abba,
or your father,
or Mater,
or his mother,
or Ashah,
or his wife,
or Beni,
or his sons, or his
la-
children. What happened?
or lands,
Or land, or property is still bad. What happened?
for my name's sake,
What reason you let it go? To do what?
receive an hundredfold, and shall inherit everlasting life.
That's when I tell y'all to cut your family loose. And when you come loose, when they come against the Dabarim. Because then you come loose for his name's sake. So that's how I look. You cut people for the name's sake. He ain't talking about you go out here and just, but what people hearing, if you lose your house, he going to give you another one. I don't know where you got that from. He told you when you do all this, it's for my name's sake. If you let your husband, your wife go for my name's sake. See, this claim the same thing we started in order the other night. He said to them all, any man that followed me had to deny himself. Look where self come up to being. Self come up to them denying their wives and husbands, because who keeps you from being what he called you to be? Who's holding you back from doing it? And when you find out, you cut it or lose. So this is when you're looking at being established in the regeneration. People go and get rid of some stuff that have nothing to do with their salvation. They give us stuff that don't mean nothing. He's talking about stuff that keeps you contemplating, keeps you stagnated, keep you in reservation from doing what he told you to do. Cut it off. Cut it off. If I got to sit here and be worried about somebody the whole time I'm here, what they doing while I go, I ain't got time. Because there's no way for me to be perfect. I can't even take, I'm worrying. I got people been in coming, but when you're out down that field, some stupid move in your mind, you wind up not making it back home. A lot of people not making it back from being stupid. Not keeping themselves mentally focused on, right now, I got to focus on that fight. I ain't got time for your fools. Y'all got me? But things you have will keep you dedicated to it. Keep you worried about it. Keep you functioning for it, and you'll forget you're supposed to be functioning before him. That's what we mess up at. I'm trying to teach y'all how to war good warfare. 19th chapter of the book of, finish that 19th chapter you got, but give me the 19th chapter book about a sheep, 19:1.
But many that are first shall be last.
And what happened?
The last shall be first.
That's what we're looking at now. Now y'all gonna mess around, same thing. A lot of y'all been here, and I heard somebody say, I'm kind of jealous of some of y'all in here. You ain't gonna believe why. Because y'all done came in after me, and y'all look like y'all done moved before me. That's your law. That's your law. Who was first, Yehuda or Yasharal? Who was first? Yasharal. Who wound up being first? Let's see what happened right quick. 19th chapter book of Yehukanan. $19:18. Oh, give me Matayahu. Um, 27:39. Other one get me Allah Shamut. Exodus chapter 4. Jump down, let me see verse 11. I'll read down. Let's see. That'll be 16, we'll see. All right. Yehukanan 19:18, Matayahu 27:39. Other one give me Allah Shamut 4 and about 11. We'll read down. Listen.
Yehukanan 19:18.
Listen.
Where they crucified him and two other with him.
When they crucified him with two others with him, what happened?
On either side one,
On
and
either
Yahusha
side.
in the midst.
See that? On both sides, one of them, and Yahusha in the midst. What happened?
And Pilate wrote a title and put it on the two.
And this is what happened. Pilate wrote a title and put it on the two, on the cross. Listen.
And the writing was,
Listen what the writing was.
Yahusha of Nazareth, the Malak of the
Yahusha who now?
Yahudim. Yahusha of Nazareth,
Who was this?
the Malak of the Yahudim.
Who seen it?
This title then read many of the Yahudim.
Why?
For the place where Yahusha was crucified,
Was where?
nigh to the city.
And what was it written in?
And it was written in Abari,
And what else?
and Greek,
And what else?
Latin.
Beautiful. At Matayahu 27, verse 39. 27:39. The other one give me the book of Allah Shamut 4. Might be 19. Listen.
And they that passed by reviled him, wagging their heads and saying,
Y'all hear that? They went by reviling him. They were verbally abusing him, and they were shaking their heads and saying, what did they say?
Thou that destroyest the temple,
And do what?
buildest it in 3 yamim,
Listen what they told him.
save thyself.
Save yourself. What happened?
If thou be the ben of Elohim,
What happened?
come down from the toot.
Come on.
Likewise also the Rosh Kohan, mocking him with the scribes and elders, said,
What did they say?
he saved others,
Himself.
he cannot save.
Who is he?
If he be the Malak of Yasharal,
What we need to do?
let him now come down from the toot.
And what happened?
We will believe him.
What was his writing on the two? That he was the Malak of the Yahudim. They came after and just finished telling him what happened. Yasharal was first, and they wound up putting Yehuda on the two first. They told him lastly that they were going to come along and ask if he be the Malak of Yasharal to come down. Now Yasharal was first. Let's see what happened. Ooh, Allah Shemu. 4 and 11 might be 19 or 20. 4th chapter of the book of, they'll call it Exodus. What I want. Let's start at 11 and read down. Listen.
And Yahuwah said unto him, Who hath made Ish's mouth? Or who maketh the dumb, or deaf, or the seeing, or the blind?
And what did he say?
Have not I, Yahuwah?
You said the federal government did what with those shots?
Have not I, Yahuwah?
What happened?
Now therefore go, and I will be with thy mouth, and will teach thee what thou shalt say.
What happened?
And he said, O my Adonai, send, I pray thee, by the hand of him whom thou wilt send. And the anger of Yahuwah was kindled against Moshe, and he said, Is not Aharon of Lui the Aki? I know that he can speak well, and also, behold, he cometh forth to meet thee. And when he seeth thee,
What happened?
he will be glad in his heart.
When he do what now?
And when he seeth thee,
He should do what?
he will be glad in his heart.
One more time. When he do what?
Seeth thee,
What will he do?
he will be glad in his heart.
What is he going to do?
And thou shalt speak unto him,
Yeah,
and put Dabarim in his mouth.
yeah.
And I will be with thy mouth, and with his mouth,
What happened?
and will teach you what ye shall do.
What happened?
And he shall be thy spokesman unto the people.
Yeah.
And he shall be, even he shall be to thee instead of a mouth, and thou shalt be to him instead of Elohim.
Listen to that. Everybody change position. Listen.
And thou shalt take this rod in thine hand, wherewith thou shalt do signs. And Moshe went and returned to Jethro his father-in-law, and said unto him, Let me go, I pray thee, and return unto my Aki which are in Mitzrayim,
Listen.
and see whether they be yet alive.
Yes.
And Jethro said to Moshe, Go in Shalom. And Yahuwah said unto Moshe in Midian, Go, return into Mitzrayim, for all the Anus are dead which sought thy life.
Yeah.
And Moshe took his Ashah and his Beni, and set them upon an ass, and he returned to the land of Mitzrayim. And Moshe took the rod of Elohim in his hand. And Yahuwah said unto Moshe, When thou goest to return into Mitzrayim,
What you want me to do?
see that thou do all those wonders before Pharaoh,
Yeah.
which I have put in thine hand.
Yeah.
But I will harden his heart, that he shall not let the people go. And thou shalt say unto Pharaoh, Thus saith Yahuwah.
What happened now?
And thou shalt say unto Pharaoh,
What you want me to say?
Thus saith Yahuwah.
What you want me to tell him?
Yasharal is my ben,
Uh-huh.
even my firstborn.
What did you learn first? The accusation on the two, or that they told him to come down? You learned about the accusation that was on the two. You learned about the sign he wrote, that he was the Malak of the Yahudim. He just told you that Yasharal is my firstborn. Well, you also looked and you paid attention to what he told you, that there were going to be first, there were going to be last. And there were last, there were going to be first. Yeah. So it only makes sense if you know the law. It only makes sense if you know the law. That's why I told you before, I speak to them. It all makes sense for us. It all makes sense. What I had you holding? The 19th chapter of the book of Barashit. Y'all about to be done. We'll finish that 24th chapter of the book of Mattheyahu. We'll try to finish that up. This is Barashit, Genesis 19 and 1. Listen.
And there came two Malachi to Sodom at even, and Lut sat in the gate of Sodom, and Lut, seeing them, rose up to meet them, and he bowed himself with his panim toward the ground.
Listen.
And he said, Behold now, my Adonai, turn in, I pray you, into your servant's bed, and tarry all Layla, and wash your feet, and ye shall rise up early and go on your ways. And they said, Nay.
Listen what they said. They said what?
Nay.
They said what?
Nay.
Tell them what they said.
But we will abide in the street all Layla.
Listen what happened.
And he pressed upon them greatly, and they turned in unto him and entered into his bed.
They didn't realize they didn't need to be on the street when it was dark. That's why I pulled y'all in. Oh, they had in their mind they were going to do it. They said, no, we're just going to stay out here all night. He said, no, you don't need to be out here when it get dark. That's not good. You don't want to be out here when it get dark. Shaphatim, 19. And verse 12. Judges 19. Let me say that 19 to 12. We'll try to finish up and get y'all done. Listen.
And his master said unto him,
What happened?
We will not turn aside hither into the city of a stranger,
Yeah.
that is not of the Beni of Yasharal.
You see what he said? We're not trying to go with nobody that's not of the children of Yasharal. What happened?
We will pass over to Gibeah.
Yeah.
And he said unto his servant, Come, and let us draw near to one of these places to lodge all night, in Gibeah or in Ramah. And they passed on and went their way. And the Shamash went down upon them when they were by Gibeah,
Y'all hear that? The sun went down on them when they were by Gibeah. What happened?
which belongeth to Benjamin.
What happened?
And they turned aside thither to go in
Yeah.
and to lodge in Gibeah.
Yeah.
And when he went in, he set him down in the street of the city, for there was no east that took them into his house to lodging.
Listen.
And behold, there came an old man from his work out of the field at even,
What happened?
which was also of Mount Ephraim.
What happened?
And he sojourned in Gibeah, but the anus of the place were of Benjamin.
What happened?
And when he had lifted up his eyes, he saw a wayfaring Ish in the street of the city.
Saw a traveling man. That's what wayfaring. That's a traveling man, not no mason. Listen.
And the old Ish said, Whither goest thou? And whence comest thou? And he said unto him, We are passing from Bethlehem Yehudah toward the side of Mount Ephraim.
What happened?
From thence am I.
Yeah.
And I went to Bethlehem Yehudah, but I am now going to the house of Yahuwah.
What happened?
And there is no Ish that receiveth me to house.
Yeah.
Yet there is both straw and provender for our asses.
What happened?
And there is bread and wine also for me,
Yeah.
and for thy handmaid, and for the young Ish which is with thy servants.
What happened?
There is no want of anything.
Yeah.
And the old Ish said, Shalom be with thee.
He told him, peace be unto you. What'd he do?
Howsoever, let all thy wants lie upon me.
Listen.
Only lodge not in the street.
Do what now?
Only lodge not in the street.
Why?
So he brought him into his house, and gave provender unto the asses, and they washed their feet, and did eat and drink.
What happened?
Now as they were making their hearts merry,
Yeah.
behold, the anus of the city, certain Beni of Belial, beset the house round about, and beat at the door, and spake to the master of the house,
What do
the,
you want?
the old Ish,
Yeah.
saying, Bring forth the Ish that came in into thine house, that we may know him.
I just want to introduce myself. Because we got a welcoming committee when people come to town. We like to shake their hand and give them a key to the city. These were faggots. These homosexuals were going to get them. That's why he didn't want them on the street when it was dark. That's why I brought y'all in here. See, we got to get into practice to realize something. I'm trying to show y'all pattern of behavior. I'm just showing you pattern of behavior. He let them know, you don't want to be on the street when it get dark. These people kidnapping men now. They don't even want on your new. Men are being kidnapped, being raped now. Everything you done read, he done told, it's nothing new under the sun. Everybody keep thinking everything is safe. These people are setting you up. These people know what they're doing. Get you going. You say, oh, man, didn't even have. Like they tell you it's going to snow, don't snow. Man, I went. Next time they tell me it's going to snow, man, I ain't finna spend all my money. I know you're not. That's why I did it to you. A lot of these people going to miss it. Back to the 19th chapter of the book of Exodus, by the sheep. 19, what about 19 and 4?
3.
19 and 3. Listen.
And he made them a feast, and did bake Masut bread, and they did eat. But before they lay down, the Anus of the city, even the Anus of Sodom, compassed the Beth round, both old and young, all the people from every quarter. And they called unto Lut, and said unto him, Where are the Anus which came into thee this Layla? Bring them out unto us, that we may know them.
And what happened?
And Lut went out at the door unto them, and shut the door after him,
Yeah.
and said, I pray you,
I ask
Aki,
please, sister.
do not so wickedly.
Man, don't nobody want your booty. Stop it. Y'all guys ain't wash your behind. You smell duty if I open the door. Yeah, get too comfortable. Ain't that right? Go ahead. You trying to tell me I don't want no booty? Stop it. Want y'all guys going out there and get them hamsters? Ain't you got some gerbils at home? You trying to get the people to leave. Yeah, that bad y'all walk doing got clothes like this. Yeah, what? Who is that in there? What they doing? What his name? Trying to tell you now. Look at him. Listen what happened.
Behold, now I have two Banu, which have not known a Ish. Let me, I pray you, bring them out unto you, and do ye to them as is Taub in your eyes.
He already know. Them sisters ain't finna do nothing. Woman just to say what she want to be. Just to say. You know, just say. You know, what they gonna do? Lay that butt naked woman. How does she want to be? Say, get up, fish. He ain't gonna touch her. Two of them, he ain't gonna touch her. Listen.
Only unto these Anus do nothing.
What happened?
For therefore came they under the shadow of my roof.
Well, listen to that. They came in my house. For what?
And they said, Stand back.
Get back.
And they said again, This one fellow came in to sojourn.
And listen what happened.
He will needs be a Shaphat.
What happened?
Now will we deal worse with thee than with them.
And see the way they wrote that, it kind of twisted up. They actually told him that one of the fellows that came in to stay at his house, he was looking at him in judgment. Now you look at you like, y'all got faggots. They hot with Luke. Get back. Swinging it, get back. They were hung with him. They looking at the guy looking at him. Of course he was looking at him. That's when he came out for judgment. He looking like, all y'all got faggots? And people, well, don't be looking at him like that. They get upset. Like, let them get upset. Right. He looking like, man, all y'all got faggots? What happened?
And they pressed sore upon the Ish, even Lut.
And what happened?
Came near to break the door.
And what happened?
But the Anus put forth their hand.
And did what?
Pulled Lut into the Beth.
And what they did?
To them, and shut to the door.
And then what happened?
They smote the Anus that were at the door of the house with blindness.
That's what they did. Slap them sisters' eyes out. That's what you got to do to a sister in track. You got to slap his eyes out. That's what you're going to say. If that sister can see you, he coming to get you. They had to slap the sister's eyes out. That's the way you're going to stop them. And this is what they did.
Both small and great.
Yeah.
So that they weary themselves to find the door.
Yeah, blind sister. A blind sister that's scratching at your door. Like the bastard can't see, won't even leave. Where you at? Where you at? Blind sister. Gabby think this is a game, too, don't you? Where's Gabby and Miko and Evelyn? The Andrew, they good. We go, Gabby done got y'all 2 checks. So now, what are we looking at? We start to look again at pattern of behavior. All this stuff happened for a reason. It all happened for a reason. Just don't really know why it happened, but it happened for a reason. A couple of things, if y'all went back and you paid attention. I don't probably pay no attention to that. Don't worry about it. Let's get going and finish up 24th chapter, book of Matthew. Back at 24:18, I think we left off at. Well, hold that. Let's finish up that 19th chapter. What verse we left off at? 9. Now I want you to hold that 24. I'm going to finish that 24th chapter, Matthew Yahoo. We left off that 19th. We still in the 19th chapter, book of by the sheet. What verse we're at?
12.
Let's come on, finish that up. Then we'll come finish up the other one. Listen.
And the Anu said unto Lut, hast thou here any besides been in law,
You hear
and
that?
thy Beni, and thy Banu, and whatsoever thou hast in the city, bring them out of this place?
Listen.
For we will destroy this place, because the cry of them is waxing great before the panim of Elohim, and Elohim have sent us to destroy it.
Listen.
And Lut went out and spake unto his Beni-in-law, which married his Banu, and said, Up, get you out of this place, for Elohim will destroy this city. But he seemed as one that mocked unto his Beni-in-law.
He sounded crazy to them. Listen.
And when the morning arose, then the Malachi hastened Lut, saying, Arise, take thy Ashar and thy two Banu, which are here, lest thou be consumed
What
in
about
thee.
the trunk they had with the stuff in it?
And when the morning arose, then the
Yeah.
Malachi hastened Lut, saying, Arise, take thy Ashar and thy two Banu, which are here,
What about that shoe rack he had just put in?
which are here, lest thou be consumed in the iniquity of the city.
What happened?
And while he lingered, the Anus laid hold upon
What he
his
was
hand.
doing? Why it was taking too long to try to grab. Hold on for a minute. Oh, good. I'm trying to think. We got to go. We ain't got time. We got to go. You fooling around. We got to go. You keep going back, grabbing stuff, getting stuff. They got sick of that stuff. We got to roll. I'm just trying. Got to roll. Because you leave it up to you, you're going to keep messing with junk. You take it too long. We got to roll. That's what the test was. They'll teach y'all how quick you got to move and get out, and you got to be where you got to go. Okay. Y'all see what they told him? While they waited on him, he kept messing around. He was dragging around. They finally had to just push and say, we got to roll. This is what they told him.
And while he lingered,
Yeah.
the Anus laid hold upon his hand,
And did what?
and upon the hand of his Ashar,
Yeah.
and upon the hand of his two Banu,
And what happened?
Elohim being merciful unto him.
That wasn't never. You think about how much time we done played around in here. Anyway, you fooling around. You know what they should have said? I tell you what, you go to hell with them. Right. But you know what they said? Elohim was merciful. While he was sitting there fooling around and trying to see, because anybody you getting ready to go, you trying to just make sure you got everything. And by the time you think about it, you don't never know you don't need it. I might wind up needing it and not take it too long. Let's roll. We got to go. We got to go. He said he saw that in mercy. Somebody get mad. They'll ride, someone get in the car. You don't even realize Elohim was merciful. Yeah. He was merciful to him. They just stayed. That's what they told him.
And they brought him forth and set him without the city.
They ain't just stand by it. They had to take him out of the place. Grabbed him, not just grabbed his hand, grabbed him and drug him on out the place. Listen why.
And it came to pass, when they had brought them forth abroad, that he said, Escape for thy life, look not behind thee, neither stay thou in all the plain, escape to the mountain.
They know what some of us will do. Escape for us ain't that far. They let them know you got to get further than this. You're going to have to get all the way away from this place. Listen.
Lest thou be consumed.
Then get what happened. Some of them feel like if we just get out, but you right on the board, on the edge, you safe. You're going to get further than that. Because when this thing start burning, it'll wind up getting you too. Y'all don't believe that? I got to prove that. I can prove it can get you, you ain't in it. That ain't all. That ain't all. Six. Don't give me about verse 12. I'm sorry, 3. 3 and 14. Let's see what I want. That ain't all. Listen.
Nebuchadnezzar spake and said unto them, Is it true, O Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, do not ye serve my gods, nor worship the golden image which I have set up?
Listen.
Now if ye be ready, that at what time ye hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, and dulcimer, and all kinds of music.
See that? And guess what happened to him? That's what they get up with. Got a song. I love any kind of. How they get them to fall down. So that music ain't nothing new using people to get them. Huh? That's my jam now. Come on, they play my, that way you got to get out. When I hear, oh, goodness. When you hear it, start dropping. See, y'all don't even realize same stuff happening now. That's how they trap them up. Because you got to think, everybody listening to that music. Hey, you hear it. I mean, it's just playing. I just do what I do when I hear it. You know what I'm saying? That's just my thing. Whole time, they know it. These crackers doing the same thing to y'all now. They're not to let the song pop on. Even on talk show radio, they'll put it. You be like, hold on for a minute. I ain't heard that one in a long time. I know. What that will make you do? It make you drop down. It make you get off. You see how smart you got to be? These crackers are smarter than y'all. When you're doing radio, you learn how to set a catalog up that's going to move people. You learn how to give them music that's going to give them a break, to get them back going again. Because that's how you control their emotions. There's a lot that happen when you use music. They done told you that music soothed the savage. What was it? And you ain't going to believe what Cuff calls you. He said, these are brute beasts. You know what you do with brute beasts? They made to be taken and be destroyed. Because this music controls you. Y'all don't realize these people watch, they don't read your book. Come on, let's see what happens. Listen.
And all kinds of music, ye fall down and
You hear that?
worship.
Any kind. It ain't got to be that song. Any one of them, just start dancing. Just start tricking. Huh? Mind if I throw it one time? Mind if I get wild with it one time? Any kind of music. Listen.
Ye fall down and worship the image which I have made.
Listen.
Well, but if ye worship not, ye shall be cast the same hour into the midst of a burning fiery furnace.
In the middle of the burning fiery furnace. Y'all hear they're going to be put at? That's evenly divided, in the middle. Listen what happened.
And who is that Elohim that shall deliver you out of my hands?
Listen.
Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered and said to the Malach,
What happened?
O Nebuchadnezzar, we are not careful to answer thee in this matter.
Do you hear what they said? Now, how did that sound, what they just said? In that key, what did that sound like? That means we just shoot something out of our mouth. They said, because you know what the book wind up telling you later? You're supposed to be slow to speak. They said, we ain't quick to just open my mouth and say something. See, sometimes when people mess you up, you got to jump fast and give them an answer. They said, we want to take our time. We don't want to answer that too fast. Listen.
If it be so,
Listen what happened.
our Elohim, whom we serve, is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace.
Every one of y'all would have been safe. You'd have been safe. Because that's not who you serving. They had confidence that, you know what? If that's what the charge is going to be, and that's what's going to happen, I know he'll deliver me. They said that's who we serve. We work for him. Listen.
And he will deliver us out of thine hand, O
Listen.
Malach.
Uh-huh.
But if not, be it known unto thee, O Malach,
What happened?
that we will not serve thy gods, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up.
You hear that? If I die, let me die. If I die, if we wind up dying, and he don't deliver us and keep us from dying, and we die, I still ain't going to serve him. You know what y'all answer is. Ain't nobody trying to die. You see what their confidence was? He has this is where your mind got to be, people. He does have the ability to deliver you. But if he doesn't deliver you from that situation, and it does cost you your life, guess what? I'm still ain't going to serve you. You know, y'all problem at, you think you're supposed to be delivered from every work. Their confidence was, I know he can. I know he can hear me. If he don't, I'm still not going to turn. What part of y'all ain't getting? Y'all always thinking that if you sing, nothing supposed to happen. If that's the case, why are the people dead? All the people you reading about that serve, believe he worked for are dead. Then why they're dead? So that's an appointment everybody got to make. Serve him or not, you got to die. And they realize if he don't deliver up from this situation, which I know he able to do, I still ain't going to serve you. Listen.
Then was Nebuchadnezzar full of fury,
Yeah.
and the form of his visage was changed against Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
What happened?
Therefore he spake, and commanded that they should heat the furnace 7 times more than it was wont to be heated.
See that? Heat it up hotter. Listen.
And he commanded the most mighty Anus that were in his army to bind Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego,
Yeah.
and to cast them into the burning fiery furnace.
Listen.
Then these Anus were bound in their coats, their hosen, and their hats, and their other garments, and were cast into the midst of the burning fiery furnace.
Listen.
Therefore, because the Malak's commandment was urgent,
What happened?
and the furnace exceeding hot,
What happened?
the flame of the fire slew those Anus that took up Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
You see what happened? Why they had to make him get away from the city so far? Because if you're too close to it, you're going to wind up catching on fire too. This is your law. I'm only talking to them that know the law. You know why some of us ain't think we're so smart? It ain't me. If you too close, it going to get you too. People don't pay attention. If you're too close, it going to get you too. That's why your law told you about putting a difference between clean. All you got to do is leave two baskets out with clean and dirt, and somebody comes through. You say, what the world you done did? This clean. You know what you do? Get the clean one and move it. So make sure that don't happen again. It was too close. You should have separated them. It's got to be enough distinction, enough separation that you don't wind up getting the clean and the dirty mixed together. That's why he let them know, if you too close to this city when it start burning, it's going to wind up consuming you too. When I'm telling y'all what we got to do, why we have to be here and why we got to let people go, when this man come back, he start destroying these people. If you too close, he going to get you too. Go on in the 19th chapter of the book of by the sheep. So we finish. 19, what verse? What verse we left off at? 13, 14?
18.
18. Let me get 19, 18. Listen.
And Luke said unto them,
What did he say?
Oh, not so, my Adonai.
He said, no. What happened?
Behold, now thy servant have found grace in thy sight,
Y'all hear what he did? He said, I'm found grace in his sight. And what happened?
and thou hast magnified thy mercy.
Yeah, you hear what he said? He said, you done been overly above mercy to me. He said, you done magnified. You been overly gracious to me. What happened?
Which thou hast shewed unto me in saving my life, and I cannot escape to the mountain,
Well, what happened?
lest some evil take me and I die.
What happened?
Behold, now this city is near to flee unto,
What happened?
and it is a little one.
What happened?
Oh, let me escape thither. Is it not a little one? And my soul shall live.
Listen.
And he said unto him,
What did he tell him?
See, I have accepted thee concerning this thing also, that I will not overthrow this city for the which thou hast spoken.
This one did. Now spared a little bitty place. Listen.
Haste thee, escape thither, for I cannot do anything till thou be come thither. Therefore the name of the city was called Zoar.
Why? Come on.
The sun was risen upon the Arats when Lut entered into Zoar.
And what happened?
Then Elohim rained upon Sodom and upon Gomorrah brimstone and fire from the Elohim out of Shamayim.
Yeah.
And he overthrew those cities and all the plain and all the inhabitants of the cities and that which grew upon the ground.
Well, listen what happened.
But his Ashah looked back from behind him, and she became a pillar of salt.
Why you think she looked back? At the 9th chapter of the book of Oriyah. 9 and 59. Listen.
And he said unto another, Follow me. But he said, Adonai, suffer me first to go and bury my father.
Y'all hear that? He want him to follow him. He told him, first, let me go and bury my father. And what happened?
Yahusha said unto him,
What he told him?
Let the dead bury their dead.
A lot of y'all ain't got that mindset either. I've been trying to break y'all out a lot of funeral stuff. They going to get that crucial. They going to use this stuff against you. He ain't told you that because he's so mean and hateful. He just tell you the truth. It's going to get to a point you're not going to have time to play with these people. They're going to use this. This is going to be your distraction. It's going to get you off. He told them, let the dead bury their dead. Listen.
But go thou and preach the basilia of Elohim.
Listen.
And another also said, Adonai, I will follow thee.
What you want to do?
But let me first go bid them farewell, which are at home at my house.
Y'all hear that? Let me do what now?
let me first go bid them farewell, which are at home at my house.
Listen what he told him.
And Yahusha said unto him,
What did he tell him?
No ish
Having did what?
put his hand to the plow,
And did what?
looking back,
Is what?
fit for the basilia of Elohim.
Why y'all think she was looking back? Her son-in-laws know her back there too. They was in the house too. Y'all forgot about them? You here trying to grab back, go somebody done grabbed you and got you out of here. You thinking, oh my, I didn't even get a chance to. You just lost that. Because you got to think, he already been more than merciful to you. But you just keep having these hang-ups. You just got too much, just keep holding you. Rightfully so. There was some people that left back at their house. There was some stuff that were behind they didn't get. It only made sense for her to look back and desire and want it. But like he told them, nobody had to put their hand to the plow looking back. You weren't even fit for the basilia of Elohim, which is the Greek word for kingdom, or for the sovereignty of Elohim. Y'all see why it's that important of how you got to establish yourself when it come down to the faith? Come up in the 24th chapter. I can get y'all out of here. Y'all ain't learned that today. Don't worry about it. 24. Machiyahu 24. I think we left out 18. 24 and 18. Listen.
Neither let him
Well, make it 16 if you would. 24:16. Listen.
Then let them which be in Yehuda flee into the mountains.
Yeah.
Let him which is on the housetop not come down to take anything out of his house.
What happened?
Neither let him which is in the field
Do what?
return back to take his clothes.
You know what's up? You look at what has happened too? Y'all remember the man of Yehuda came into the city of Benjamin in the 19th chapter, and the sun gone down. Who know where he was coming back from? Where was he returning from? He was returning from the field. His sister gonna be waiting on you. Folks waiting on you now. Folks know when you're around now. These people watching you. They know when y'all there. Why they went in their house before he got there? These people already got plan attack for you. You just don't know no better yet. Amazing when the folk come. When Luke came home, they was already sitting at his door waiting on him. No sooner they was sitting in the house getting ready to lay down. It's amazing they knew that. No sooner than the man of Yehuda sitting in the house with the man of Ephraim in the land of Benjamin, they were sitting there making their heart merry. Here come them sisters. I know you in now. I know you here. I've been watching you the whole time, people. Nobody looking at how these folk watching. He just happened to be coming out the field. Well, he just told you let him that is in the field. What did he told him to do again?
Neither let him which is in the field return back to take his clothes.
Listen.
And woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those Yamin.
Tell them why, son.
But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter,
Yeah.
neither on the Shabbat Yom.
Tell them why, son.
For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the Arats
Nor.
to this time, no,
You can
nor
go back
ever.
to when the days of Noah. You can go back to the day we was in Mizraim, and they started killing all our firstborn. Y'all ain't seen nothing. Y'all see what these crackers finna get ready to do to y'all next. The killing y'all saw in Mizraim was nothing. The killing y'all saw when they came down in Newark when he destroyed all these people, he said, it ain't never been nothing like this. Y'all have no idea what these people gonna do to us. I know it's calm. Y'all cool. Y'all relaxing. I know everybody tired. I know I'm gonna try to let y'all go. I'm just trying to get y'all to pay attention to see. These crackers got something planned for y'all black behind, and you're gonna find out. And all of you can already know how you're gonna get taken out. Because there's nowhere in the world you finna lead nobody. You ain't finna lead nobody. You gotta pack them all up. You gotta bring them. You gotta get them. And that's gonna be your fault. That's gonna be your fault. I ain't get a chance to go get it, but in the book of, you ain't gotta go get a 12th chapter book of U'ala Shemut, when y'all get a chance, you go back and read your psalm. When we got ready to sit down and do the supper that night, you didn't believe what we had to do. You had to eat. And you had to have your staff in your hand. Yep. You had to have your shoes on your feet. Because we had to get out of here. That's how serious it is. That staff was their weapon. That night when they sat down to eat, they had their weapon right beside them. They had their shoes on their feet, and those people ready to go. He said, because that self-same night and when I brought you out. Y'all don't like that, do you? Go ahead and you be stupid if you want to. Why were they sitting down? That same night, he told you they didn't have a chance to get the reason why their bread was 11. They didn't have a chance to do it. They had to go. When they left, they had to take the bowls. That's all they had to grab that stuff and go. Those people were hard. Guess what they were doing? Y'all got the rope. Them niggas would have been in there still packing up stuff now. If it would have been up to them niggas still been in there right now still getting stuff. I need to take this one piece of wood down. Whole generation in it. People still been in there grabbing stuff. But you know what they wound up doing? The book said Mizraim were hard pressed on them. Yeah. Told them, you got to get out this city. Because he was destroying that place. Do y'all understand how our minds got to be? Y'all don't know. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Come on, son. Let's finish up. 24th chapter. They don't get it. Why these people had to have their shoes on their feet, their staff in their hand? That was their weapons. You got to be ready to roll. You can't run in no church shoes. How am I flee in the mountain with some church shoes, with some heels on? I'm trying to run with some David Edens on. It ain't going to work. You got to be ready to roll. All right. Listen.
No, nor ever shall be.
See that? Won't ever be nothing like this. What else happened?
And except those Yamim should be shortened,
tell her what happened, son.
There should no flesh be saved.
You know what else had to happen? Except those days will be shortened. Except that trip was shortened that Luke was getting ready to take. He told you he couldn't make it up there. He would not have been saved. He told him, no, I can't make it. They'll kill me before I even make it to the mountain. He had to wind up cutting his trip short and sitting somewhere closer. They wouldn't have been saved. The whole city been destroyed. When he came along and told us a short work he was going to do, it only makes sense because I can look at the law. How was it he didn't wind up having to go all the way to the mountain? Because I had to believe according to the law. Him being merciful, he cut his trip short. You just told, I only came to get you, your wife, and your daughters out. If you say you ain't going to make it, you're going to die, the whole city doomed then. So what he did, him being merciful, I cut it short. Y'all ain't got to believe the man been doing everything these people tell you he lied about, he didn't lie. He already done set the premise up in the law. Come on, finish this up.
But for the elect's sake, those Yamim shall be shortened.
It's hard for me to believe. Y'all got proof of that? The three he elected, he sat here and saved room for him. For the elect's sake, he cut the trip short. Y'all know if I would say he had to cut this thing short, just prove it to you right now. How long that was supposed to be? 2 hours. How long was it? All he trying to do is let y'all see the signs. That's what I'm going to have to do when I come back here. If I don't cut it short, none of y'all going to make it. Look at Mike. He already sleep, stand up, work 2 4-hour jobs. He missed it. Mike thought it was 12 o'clock tonight. Then he said he got at 3, he was going to drive in. You got some eclipse glasses? See, that's all the brains of a smart man. Y'all see what the brain is? They done told you that this is going to happen too, and I'm going to drive in at 3 o'clock, and they're going to start at 2:25, ain't got no glasses. Ain't he good? Could have cut it short just to save your sight. People don't even realize him being merciful. Tearing around, messing around, thinking to it. If you do that when judgment comes or soon the wrong time, you'll wind up being in here. Come on.
Then, if any ish shall say unto you,
what did he say?
Lo, here is the Mashiach.
What happened?
Or there, believe it not.
Why?
For there shall arise Christ and prophets.
Wow.
And
I'm going to write Christ are going to arise Mashiachs. It say false. Don't be false Mashiach. I don't know how you can be a false Christ. Every Christ is false. Trying to be a false Mashiach. Got to be false Nabal. What happened?
And shall shew great signs and wonders.
That's what these people doing now. And you know what happened? they're going to get us off. Because you know why they're going to do this? Why he's telling y'all this? What you seek? Seek a sign. So you know why I know how to get you off? All I got to do is just show you a sign. All I got to do is show you a wonder. Don't y'all know these people been watching us? They already know what we're looking for. For us to believe, we got to see a sign or a wonder. Well, he told you false Mashiach's going to rise. And they're going to start showing false signs and false wonders. Listen.
Insomuch,
If it was what?
if it were possible,
Tell them what they would do.
they shall deceive the very elect.
Man, you see straight through these people. What happened?
Behold, I have told you before.
He already done warned me and let me know they're going to come. Who you think the false signs and wonders going to get? Them baboons out there? Them baboons don't know about no signs and no wonders. We seek signs and wonders. Why are they going to try to explain me why a false prophet trying to get a Christian off? If you're a Christian, you're already off. He told they're going to try to deceive us because they already know we seek, the Yehudi seek a sign. There's only one person, one group of people you need to try to deceive. That's amazing. Let me think. 27th chapter right quick, the book about a sheep. Let me move quick. About a sheep 27:1. Other one I want to say, goodness, if I can remember my mind. See if it's Yahusha, they'll call it Joshua. Yahusha. See if it's 10:1. I don't know why. Let's see. In fact, let me hear the 10:1 first. Listen.
Now it came to pass when Adoni-Zedek, Malach of Jerusalem, had heard how Yahusha had taken Ai and had utterly destroyed it,
This is what happened.
as he had done to Jericho
Yes.
and her Malach, so he had done to Ai
This
and
is Yahusha 10:1. They're going to call it the book of Joshua. Listen what happened.
her Malach,
Yeah.
and how the inhabitants of Gibeon had made shalom with Yasharal
See that? How they had made shalom with Yasharal. What happened?
and were among them,
What happened?
that they feared greatly, because Gibeon was a great city, as one of the royal cities, and because it was greater than Ai,
What happened?
and all the eunuchs thereof were mighty.
Listen.
Wherefore Adoni-Zedek, Malach of Jerusalem, sent unto Hoham, Malach of Hebron, and unto Piram, Malach of Jarmuth, and unto Japhia, Malach of Lachish, and unto Debir, Malach of Eglon, saying, Come up unto me and help me, that we may smite Gibeon, for it hath made shalom with Yahusha and with the Beni of Yasharal. Therefore the 5 kings of the Amorites, the Malach of Jerusalem, the Malach of Hebron, the Malach of Jarmuth, the Malach of Lachish, the Malach of Eglon, gathered themselves together and went up, they and all their hosts, and encamped before Gibeon, and made war against it.
People have read chapter 9:1. Listen.
And it came to pass, when all the Malachim, which were on this side Jordan, in the hills and in the valleys, and in all the coast of the great sea, over against Lebanon, the Hittite and the Amorite, the Canaanite, the Perizzite, the Hivite, and the Jebusite, heard thereof, that they gathered themselves together to fight with Yahusha and with Yasharal with one accord. And when the inhabitants of Gibeon heard that Yahusha had done unto Jericho and to Ai, they did work wilily, and went
See
and
what
made.
they did? They did subtly. Listen what they did.
And went and made as if they had been ambassadors, and took old sacks upon their asses,
Yeah.
and wine bottles, old and rent, and bound up, and old shoes, and clouted upon their feet, and old garments upon them, and all the bread of their provision was dry and moldy.
Yeah.
And they went to Yahusha unto the camp at Gilgal, and said unto him,
What did it say?
and to the Anus of Yasharal, we be come from a far country. Now therefore make ye a league with us.
Come on.
And the Anus of Yasharal said unto the Hivites, peradventure ye dwell among us, and how shall we make a league with you?
Yeah.
And they said unto Yahusha, we are thy servants. And Yahusha said unto them, who are ye, and from whence come ye? And they said unto him,
What did they tell him?
from a very far country thy servants are come.
You ever heard of Timbuktu? Like what? Long ways. What happened?
Because of the name of Yahuwah thy Elohim, for we have heard the fame of him and all that he did in Mizraim,
Yeah.
and all that he did to the two kings of the Amorites that were beyond Jordan, to Sihon, Malach of Heshbon, and to Og, Malach of Bashan, which was at Ashtaroth.
Yeah.
Wherefore our elders and all the inhabitants of our country spake to us, saying, take victuals with you for the journey, and go to meet them, and say unto them, we are your servants, therefore now make ye a league with us.
Listen.
This our bread we took hot for our provision out of our houses on the Yum. We came forth to go unto you.
We had to blow the bread in our hand walking. You'll smell some hot bread and first bacon come out that thing. Soon as it came out, we were blowing and walking. What happened?
But now, behold, it is dry and it is moldy.
You talking about some bread come straight out, I'm having to blow it, it's so hot. As soon as it popped out, I start walking. When I got to you, the stuff done molded. You figure, that's a long walk. That's a long walk. Bread a hold for at least a few days, maybe a week. So wherever you come from is a long way. What happened?
And these bottles of wine, which we filled,
What happened?
were new.
Brand, and what he told you about wine? He told you, no man put new wine in an old bottle. So if your bottle is old like that, you ain't gonna believe what that means. You put it in a new bottle, and where you came from so far, the bag is all tearing apart and ripping. Listen.
And behold, they be rent, and these our garments and our shoes are become old by reason of the very long journey.
Listen.
And the Anus took of their victuals, and asked not counsel at the mouth of Yahuwah.
See what happened? They did what?
And the Anus took of their victuals, and asked not counsel at the mouth of Yahuwah.
Listen what happened.
And Yahusha made shalom with them, and made a league with them, to let them live, and the princes of the congregation swear unto them.
Listen.
And it came to pass at the end of Shiyamim, after they had made a
6
league
days,
with them,
and they had made agreement with them and a covenant with them. What happened?
that they heard that they were their neighbors,
What?
and that they dwelt among
Them
them.
bastards stayed right next door to us? Them bastards stayed right next door to us. What happened?
And the Beni of Yasharal journeyed, and came unto their cities on the Shalishiyum. Now their cities were Gibeon, and Kiphiroth, and Beeroth, and Kirjath Jearim. And the Beni of Yasharal smote them not, because the rulers of the congregation had sworn unto them by Yahuwah Elohim of Yasharal, and all the congregation murmured against the rulers.
Now, this is what you're going to look at. He told you about these people going to come work and show signs. And if it were possible, they would deceive the very elect. Had they gone and asked counsel of Yahuwah versus running, making all these covenant agreements, they done messed themselves up. Now, your 8th chapter book of Yeshayahu, the book told you to do something. Who remember what it was? He said, don't say a confederacy. Confederacy to make an agreement with these people. That's why we're messed up. That's why you trap with these crackers now, because you done made confederacy with them. They lied to you. When he told you no man don't put new wine in an old bottle, he put in a new bottle. He said, let's it burst and it rent. So you looking at calling you wine, you figure this is a brand new bottle, and they've been traveling with this whole time, and these bastard bottle done went out. You come from a long way. Everybody around them, they were supposed to destroy them and take them down. Well, your enemy been paying attention you to know that. How did they know to come there and tell them that? Because they played on them. I already heard about you from Israel, how you traveled and you wandered. So I'm letting you see me and you think I'm like you, Dave. You see my bag, you see my shoe, my sock. You said, well, I've been through that before. I understand what a man, like some of y'all do, y'all see homeless people start giving them money. I don't give everybody no money. They pray. You said, look at the man clothes. They had a guy years ago downtown Atlanta. Nappy hair. He'd have newspapers out the garbage can. And you'll give him a dog. You ain't want to walk. You be like, go. Suit on that. News busting him. He was living in a $300-something house, had a car and everything. Get up, wind shade, let his hair be nappy, put on them dirty clothes. He walk, you'll be like, you be like, I don't want no paper. He trying to get, it don't be a whole paper, it be part of the paper. And you went for it. That's why I see him, I don't give him nothing. You know what I mean? I do like they said, I ask Counsel Yahuwah. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all, showing you how these people will trick you. Let's see what happened right here, 27th chapter book about a sheep. They're going to get it. Y'all don't even realize how they're going to get you. You're going to make a lead. It look like they want to get saved. It look like they want to get right. Look like they're trying to do the right thing. The whole time they're trying to deceive you. That's why he told you, if it were possible, they'd see the very elect. The book told you they didn't ask Counsel of Yahuwah. Had they asked Counsel of Yahuwah, they'd have knew them people come from right here by you. Let's see what happened. 27:1, by the sheep. Listen.
And it came to pass
What happened?
that when Yachakut was old
What happened?
and his eyes were dim, so that he could not see, he called Esau his eldest Ben and
And you
said
know
unto
we
him,
blind as a bat. What happened?
and said unto him, My Ben. And he said unto him, Behold, here am I. And he said, Behold, now I am old, I know not the doom of my death. Now therefore take, I pray thee, thy weapons, thy quiver and thy bow, and go out to the field, and take me some venison, and make me savory meat, such as I love, and bring it to me that I may eat, that my soul may barak thee before I die.
What happened?
And Rebekah heard when Yachakut spake to Esau his Ben.
His mama heard it. His arm, she heard it when he spake to Esau. What happened?
And Esau went to the field to hunt for venison and to bring it.
Listen.
And Rebekah spake unto Jacob her Ben, saying, Behold, I heard thy Abba speak unto Esau the Archi, saying, Bring me venison, and make me savory meat, that I may eat, and barak thee before Yahuwah, before my death.
What happened?
Now therefore, my Ben, obey my voice according to that which I command thee.
Yeah.
Go now to the flock, and fetch me from thence 2 taub kids of the goats, and I will make them savory meat for thy Abba, such as he loveth.
What happened?
And thou shalt bring it to thy Abba,
and what happened?
that he may eat, and that he may barak thee before his death.
That he might make a league with you. What happened?
And Jacob said to Rebekah his
listen what she told him.
Behold, Esau my Archi is in Heri Ish.
A man that traveled from a long place don't have no new clothes on. If he been traveling, been going a long time, his stuff ought to look kind of wore out. He been walking and been going out. So like some of them come out and tell me they've been worked out, they ain't got no sweat. I said, I just don't sweat. You ain't been working out. They looking at, if you've been traveling, walking out there, wasn't no shower in no Motel 6. That means your clothes should look a certain type of way. It should be a stench on you, smell like you've been outside. Listen what happened.
And I am a smooth Ish.
And what happened?
My Abba peradventure will fill me.
And do what?
And I shall seem to him as a deceiver.
If they came up and told her they come from a long place with some new shoes on and with some brand new wine bags, ain't been burnt, we ain't no fool. Nigga, you just pulled that up. Nigga, that's a brand new bottle. Ain't nowhere in the world you just come from no long place, you got no brand new bottle. Them shoes right there, you see you just tied them up. Them things look spanking brand new. When you got them yesterday? Just like they learned, the same way they learned. I got to look like somebody come from a long way. I got to act like somebody that come from somewhere or ain't got nothing to get you to give me something. Listen.
And I shall bring a curse upon me, and not a barakah.
And what happened?
And his arm said unto him,
do what?
Upon me be thy curse.
And that's why their fathers don't have to pay for what they did. They taught their children how to come along and deceive us. Upon their mother going to be their curse too. Listen.
Upon me be thy curse, my Ben.
Listen.
Only obey my voice, and go fetch me them.
Listen.
And he went and fetched, and brought them to his arm.
And what happened?
And his arm made savory meat, such as his Abba loved.
What happened?
And Rebekah took goodly raiment of her eldest Ben Esau,
And did what?
which were with her in the house,
And what did she do?
and put them upon Jacob, her
You said
younger
she
Ben.
took some old tacky, tied out stuff.
And Rebekah took goodly raiment of her
She
eldest
took the
Ben
raiments,
Esau,
the best of the raiment to put on her. If I'm going to make you look like Esau, if I'm going to try to see him you like Esau, I got to put you on that best stuff so you'll look like Esau. See, these folks sitting around here, y'all don't realize these folks going to get y'all. These are going to be signs you're looking for. And that's how they're going to get you and going to throw you out. Just like these people coming on speaking throwing a little arbory in there. Y'all just go to food. Y'all tell me about people. I don't know no other camps. So everybody be record. I don't know no other camps. I don't know none of these preachers. I don't want to meet them. Don't bring them to me. If they doing what they're supposed to do, to Elohim be the glory. I'm praying for them. They ain't got to come see me. They don't need no right hand, no fellowship with me. They ought to be too busy doing the work. That's right. I ain't even got time. I just ain't got time. Look at all the foolishness y'all doing in here. You think I got time to go try to meet some preacher trying to fellowship? I got to try to save our souls alive. Right. If they working out, I'll be doing the same thing. Don't find me nobody. I know I ain't the only prophet. I tell you that all the